Alright. Hello fellow viewers and welcome to yet another edition of Safari Saturday, where I do a live stream and I try to shiny hunt Pokemon in my on my Emerald cartridge. It's retail, it's real, no emulator, nothing. Played on a GameCube. Let's see what we get tonight. And wow, already the chat is full of messages. That is really great to see. Hey there, Megan. How you doing? Welcome back to the stream. Good luck, thank you, darling. May RNGs bless thee, yeah. Hopefully I won't get more shiny Odysseus that run away anyway, so they're double pointless in a way that I already have enough of them. And them running away just wastes my time. Yeah, hey there, Megan. Hope you're doing alright. So luckily I will say this. I will be able to stream tomorrow. At one point it wasn't really that sure, but I managed to change an appointment. Ate lunch? What did you have for lunch? Like always, you save in front of the guy who lets you into the Safar-Zone. And let's see what we want. If you want to also do this and you're maybe following the steps that I'm doing here. So I have Pokéfinder open, and when you have it open, click on Generation 3 Wild, and then this huge window should pop up. And be sure if you are in the Safari-Zone that with Encounter you click Safari-Zone in the drop-down menu. And this time, I mean, Odysseus I have had enough. A Girafarig I already got in the last edition of the live stream. Doduo as well. Gloom has appeared before, but I did fail it. It broke out of the ball, so there was nothing I could do. And Pikachu I have had multiple times. I think I have a quirky and a adamant one now. But I do want a Natu, so let's go for that. Adamant, I use my synchronizer, my Espeon, to get more frames. I'll just showcase this quickly. When I don't have one, when I click none and I generate, see there's only 2 frames that appear with when I tell the program please give me a list of frames for shiny Natus. And if I have a synchronizer with me, which I have, and I click Adamant, the nature of my synchronizer, I get more, many more actually, many more. There's some down there that I think you can see right now. The way that I cut the program. Yeah, you can't, but I got more frames, that's all we need to know. And the delay is going to be 261 since I'm going to be using Sweet Scent, and that is the delay when you're using it outside. So without any further ado, let's not babble any longer. I think I've explained everything. Let's try to get a shiny in the Safari-Zone. Sandwich. Oh, also, my husband made me a couple sandwiches today as well. What time is it for you? It's actually past 9 AM where I am, since I am located in the Central European time zone, which is also GMT +1, if that tells you anything. Okay, so I'm going to go into another patch of grass that doesn't have as many guys turning around, messing up my frames like it did last time. Hopefully that will help. And then, as always, I select the Pokemon, in my case Topica. Always has helped me. I select the Pokemon that has Sweet Scent, I hover above it, and I wait until the timer hits 0, and if the timer hits 0 within a 60th of a second, if I get it right, then the Pokemon will be shiny. And what will it be? Exactly what the program tells me. So I know it's gonna be a Star Shiny. I know it's gonna be level 25. I know, well, slot 4 gives me a Natu in this case. I know the PID, so the personality value. I know which ability it's gonna have, so it can either have 0 or 1, so either the first or the second ability, and it's gonna have these specific IVs. So that is the wonderful thing about RNG manipulation. If I have to go early, I'll probably be back. Yeah, that's alright, I'm always happy whenever people stop by. I just very narrowly avoided losing 40 pounds. Hey, welcome back to the stream, Classic. How you doing? How did you... That certainly sounds like a story. The barber ruined your haircut? Oh no, I'm sorry. That's very unfortunate. Depending on how fast your hair grows. If you're unlucky and it doesn't grow fast, then you're stuck with that haircut for a long time. Probably like $45, maybe $47. Alright. But no, that has to suck. I can imagine. A buzz cut? Oh, I do remember reading about that in the Discord. Also, me and my friend's older brother had a bet. Oh boy. Those always have, let's say, interesting endings, don't they? Especially among friends. Had to get a girl's Snapchat and I didn't. I won 20. You won $20? And if I didn't... Lost up first and a lot of begging. We carried in double or quits. You guys mean business. You were risking 40 pounds. Well, that's not nothing, definitely. Especially with now everything being much more expensive. Let's see what this reset will give me. If the timing was correctly, if maybe this patch of grass is okay. Again, it's happening again. The last reset that... Remember the last stream that I did? Wednesday, the very first reset gave me a shiny. It happened again, but this time it's a shiny Giraffric, which I already have. But yeah, I'll try catching it. This is the Safar-Zone. Okay, so I approached it, got a bit closer. Yeah, since for those of you watching who are not that accustomed to the Safar-Zone. Oh, there we go! Second shiny Giraffric. Nice. So, already got one. Granted, I already have it, but still. So, let's immediately save, just to be absolutely sure. Hey there, Ahmed. Welcome to the stream. Just got a shiny again, immediately. Got a shiny Bonsor and a shiny Gibble in Pokemon Platinum. Shiny Gibble is nice, the evolution is nice as well, but shiny Garchomp just sucks. These are still from last edition of Wild Wednesday. Well, now I have two, why not? Let's go for the next one. I mean, I did want a Natu, but I hit a Giraffe. Ooh, but what frame did I hit? That's a good question. I can't exactly calibrate because I don't know. So many of these are clones, essentially. But yeah, shiny Garchomp, what I was trying to say, Ahmed, before I got sidetracked again. Sometimes when I stream, I suddenly get ADHD for some reason, I don't know. But, Gibble and the evolution is nice. Is it Gabite? Forgot the name. But Garchomp's shiny just sucks. It sucks and it's not worth it, so... Enjoy your Gibble as much as you can. I had to go to a B&M, a home essential store here in Britain. I think James told me about B&M, which I was permanently banned from. You're banned from a home essential store? That also has a story behind it, doesn't it? Could have been arrested for entering. Ooh, yeah. Found them, prayed and asked for the Snapchat. Sure, fireworks went off in my hand. Story over. Alright, that's definitely something. First girl wanted me to beg on my hands and knees for a Snapchat, the second just gave it. And even with your buzz cut, you prevailed. I mean, there's some people who really look good with a buzz cut. It really depends on the person. Also, every B&M in England is not just that one. I mean, I don't know how it is like being banned from a store, so can't speak for that. But how I wouldn't even know how to get banned in the first place. So ooh, that hot chocolate milk is still a tad too hot. But yeah, I like where this is going, that the first resets always yielded the shiny. Now I just forgot that if the last shiny that I got, the last shiny Giraffe, if that was a quirky male one, or if it was an adamant one, although I do believe that it was a male one. Maybe some of you remember what it was. Oops. I'll just check, can I even get a quirky one? Yeah, I can. So I have a pair now. Girl and boy. I bought a motorcycle and it broke on us today. Wait, the day that you buy it, it breaks apart? Was it used? Was it new? And also, don't you need a license for a motorcycle? I know that it depends on at least, okay, no, maybe not. I'm thinking of Luxembourgish laws. Where it depends on the motor strength, basically. And starting from a certain motor strength, you need a license. By the way, Pokemon official channel is streaming Vancouver tournament. Yeah, I've peeked into the live stream a couple of times. It's a shame I live far away. I wonder how it can be in the tournament. I have some good Pokemon cards like Darkrai. Yeah, I would also like to know how it is being at a tournament like that. Although I wouldn't be good with the cards because I'm not into the card game. It was used and it wasn't expensive, so it's not like we lost a lot. Okay, then that was the reason. Okay, this is getting ridiculous. Not a shiny Giraffe, and I go nearer and she's still here. Okay, but she broke out. Trying another ball. No. Well, bye-bye. It's not like I really need another one. That's the only time where I don't care about a shiny, or don't care a lot about a shiny fleeing, since I am RNG manipulating, and theoretically speaking I have infinite tries. I just need to get the timing correctly. Of course, I don't have infinite tries because the universe doesn't exist for that long, but you know what I mean. So that seems to be a good strategy, going over here, because as I've mentioned in a couple of streams before, sometimes NPCs that you really can't control. That's why they are called NPCs in the first place, right? Non-playable character. When they turn around or they move, when they move, they can mess up frames in the way that they can advance frames. And that will make it that I'm slightly off. So maybe if I'm, like in my case, I'm trying to get the frame 15,210, and maybe I'll slip up and get 15,215 because of that NPC, even though I timed it correctly. So sometimes that can happen, and sometimes that can make things even more complicated, and that's why I'm trying to go into this patch of grass where, at least on the screen, there's no other NPC turning around, so hopefully that will help. Not a card game, but I have a great collection of cards, including Gardevoir and Gyarados and Darkrai and all other cards. Are just random cards. Like I said before, I never was in the into the card game much. I don't know why, my brain just goes no with card games. Not like I can't understand them, I do, but I just don't know why. I just don't find them particularly interesting. Some exceptions include Uno, which I think some of my viewers have to be familiar with. You know, the Uno reverse card meme, that game. I do like that one. And Flux can be really fun. It's like a party game. But other than that, I never was that much into card games, doesn't matter what kind. I don't like Darkrai, yes. But I still have Darkrai's. Multiple, in fact. No one, my dad has to be so negative. Yeah, I mean, some people really are like this, but that's what I'm trying to avoid, let's say. I do have noticed, I mean, I wouldn't call myself old, but I have noticed that people I've grown up with becoming bitter with time, and I do want to avoid that, and that's the reason why I don't want to be a negative, grumpy, life-hating adult later on. Spent my own money on something and knew the risk, and he has to lecture me on it. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this also happened to me. Not that I gambled with money. I never actually did that. Now that I'm... No, I actually never did that. But still, I know how it feels like when someone gives you a lecture and you've known full well what you've done, because you have done the action with your consent and you thought about it and you knew the risks. Definitely, that can be really annoying. You do battles like competitive? I used to, I don't really anymore. Oh! Not a shiny, but it's a Doduo. Alright, already have one. Let's see if this one stays in the ball. So I got a Doduo. Good question what frame I've hit, because I can't determine that. So I've come nearer and the bird still hasn't... still there. Don't want to use Pokeblocks on shinies that I already have. Ah, there we go. Yet another shiny Doduo, why not? And I click this. I'm a big gambler even at 15. I mean, I will not tell you to stop doing that, just be aware of certain logical fallacies that can come up with, for example, sunk cost fallacy and some gambler's fallacies that exist. But I'm pretty sure you already know that, and I don't want to lecture you after your dad has already done that, right? But I'm actually sure that you are aware of the risks. At least I would say so. Okay, let's go for a Natu this time, please. By the way, you can get Latias if you give you an Eon ticket that can give you Latias in an easy way. I mean, I actually did that already, but the way I got the Eon ticket was with an injection tool, so I used a R4. That's a... how do I say it? It's a DS cartridge that where a SD card goes into it, and you can put any game on it that you want. But what I did is not put a game ROM on it, but I put a program on it instead that injects certain events into the game. And that's how I got the Eon ticket and the Deoxys event and the Lugia and Ho-Oh event and the Mew event as well. So, some of these events that I got that I also live streamed, some of the shiny legendaries that I did. These live streams, these RNG manipulations, I got through that. I also did a short where I briefly go over how it looks like and how it works. And that's how I got it. Since I wasn't able to get these things as a child, and now the getting it the real way, let's say, is lost to time, I actually feel okay with using third-party things to inject that. I don't see that as cheating, because I can build a time machine and go back in time and go there myself to these events. They happened and now they're gone. They've gone with time, right? So that's how I was able to play that part of the game that I wasn't able to have access to as a child. If you feel that's cheating, that's fine. But I didn't use action replay. I didn't manipulate in that way didn't manipulate any data. I didn't change any data on the game in a way like in a ROM, like what you would do in a ROM hack. And the shininess, I mean, it's RNG manipulated. If you think that's cheating, then sure, I don't think it is, but I'm not here to debate that. I'm here to showcase it and chill with you guys, have interesting discussions, and the likes, yeah. Bad shiny, but still a shiny. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a fan of that tint of green, honestly, really not. But I prefer a vomit green shiny over a shiny that you can barely tell, where you can barely tell the difference. I prefer having an ugly color rather than a shiny that doesn't even make the effort of trying to get one worth it if it just looks like the original. At least that's what I think. Classic, I feel like you're a gangster. I'm far from a gangster, I just do stuff. Yeah, he doesn't have it easy. Well, I guess he's resilient, so I have good faith that it will end well for him. Can I ask a good question? I saw a video that told me that where to find all legendary Pokemon like Salamence or Tyranitar. I mean, those aren't legendary Pokemon, they are called pseudo-legendaries. So not really, but yeah. You have to beat the game first to get them still. Depends on what game you're talking about. Metagross, for example, if you want to get it in Generation 3, then yes, unfortunately you need to beat the game and then you get a Beldum in the post-game. But with some other pseudo-legendaries, you can actually get them before facing the champion or the Elite Four. Although, unfortunately, Ahmed, mostly they are available late game, so incorporating them or integrating them into your team can be kind of tricky because it's late game, you know. I think my mom and dad just got into a bad argument. I mean, if you feel like you need to go out of the stream, exit the stream, then just go ahead, right? Just be safe. Pokemon Platinum. Where can you get Tyranitar? I have to think. When do you get Larvitar in? Well, you can get Larvitar on Route 206 in Sinnoh. But apparently it only appears as a swarm. That's where you need to evolve that one and then you have a Tyranitar eventually. But please know that these Pokemon tend to evolve very late. So it takes a lot of time. But yeah, hopefully that answers your your question. Not aware where you get Beldum in Platinum. At least I don't remember a location. Although again, I could be wrong, so better to look it up. Okay, so Beldum you can get in Platinum on Route 228. But also only as a swarm, so it doesn't appear normally. Point of view of my brain. Is your brain loading? Is it lagging behind something? Just like, I have to go on to Route 206 and could get him, or should I have to do something random thing before? I mean, the swarm event needs to trigger, and I don't remember how that will trigger. I've forgotten. But yeah, it's usually these pseudo legendaries and their pre-evolutions are very tricky to get, or they're very rare. And even if you manage to get one, you'd still need to level them up for a very long time because they tend to evolve very late. So the last evolution will be around either like the end 30s or late 30s or 40s, sometimes even 50s. My opinion on why your brain lags? I'm sorry, Classic. Sorry to read that. Hopefully that will stop soon. Sometimes you just have days like these. And so last week I had a couple of days where I was really stressed, and then of course I thought I had time for certain projects, and then out of the blue I have to change so many things and then go through bureaucratic processes, and it all came together. Why can't just one thing come and then be done, and then another thing comes, not all at the same time? I know how that feels, just it sucks, but hopefully you'll get through it. Sure, I have to speak with a little girl watching TV. Yeah, I do believe that it's through the TV that you know with the swarming. When I talk, she has to get something like Tyranitan Road 206, go get him, but she does not say that. What's your opinion on 3 a.m.? Oh, or is that your brain on 3 a.m.? I mean, that would be my brain when I had just, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours of sleep and no coffee. Then my brain is really slow. And it just doesn't function well. Why does it always keep... strange. Always filters the chat by top chat, although I don't really like that. I prefer live chat, so I can read what everyone writes. It's not like I have thousands of chatters where I need to filter through the messages. But until now, not going too shabby, I have to say. Might also mention this again for those watching now and wondering. Unfortunately, next week I will not be able to do a Wild Wednesday stream, as I will have to do something else and I cannot change that appointment. And hopefully I'll be able to do a stream as another stream on another day as a compensation, hopefully. 3 a.m. my favorite time. I always go out at this time in our garden and I listen to some music. Yeah, I do know some people who just feel really nice during the nighttime, and some of them being super productive even. So what happened is basically my cousin asked my mom to hide a vape, and my dad thought it was my mom's. Oh, okay. And now there's a dispute. Right, 10 seconds remaining. Hopefully not another shiny giraffe or shiny oddish. I do want that Natu. Let's see. Say normal oddish. Who wants that? Yeah, right. Yeah, that would have been not okay at all. Pretty sure I can't say it on stream, but DV, as it's often abbreviated, is absolutely not okay. I have a metabolism that, from why some reason I don't get fat. Oh, so you have a very high metabolism? Or a very fast one? I've known people like that. They just ate, and they never gained weight. They stayed very thin. And they also just slept for 5-6 hours and they were fine. Although they had other problems like hypertension and a hypothyroid, so that does come with some not so nice things, side effects. Knew a guy from university who basically only worked at night. During the day he was just asleep or very drowsy, let's say, and during the night he was a coding machine. What he wrote was always really freaking good. And I do hope he gets a good programmer job. Your cousin is the same? Sort of out of shape, but my metabolism has been great lately. Funnily enough, I have hypothyroidism. That's pretty much every woman in my family has that pretty much. But I'm not overweight and I don't have other problems associated with that. But maybe it's because I do burn enough calories every day to offset the... so that my calorie intake isn't as significant so I don't gain weight. Once I eat pizza and ice cream with a large cup of coffee. That, like, in one serving? That sounds like something my mother would have combined when she was pregnant. She told me that while she was pregnant, she ate the most random food combinations ever. For example, she had this sudden urge during a night, like at night, to eat a sandwich that had Nutella, so that chocolate. It's like peanut butter jelly, but it's not peanut butter. It's just chocolate and hazelnut. And then she put salami on it, which, why would you do that? But she can't answer that question. She just said at that moment she felt that she needed to eat that, and she ate it. When I think about eating pizza and then ice cream, like too close to each other in a way, I don't know. But hey, if you like it, go for it. If you enjoy that, then do whatever you like. Oh, so your cousin is also like this. Siblings eat Nutella sandwiches all the time. I think they're terrible. Yeah, I mean, as good as it tastes, I have to be absolutely honest. It's terribly nutritionally speaking, right? It's just fat and sugar, basically. And a pretty extreme large... okay, that was very redundant, but... extreme sugar levels... Not healthy. The calories are pretty much empty. Hey there, Cry to Skywaker. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. It's going pretty good. Today had a more not lazy, but maybe I can call it a lazy day. After having to do so much paperwork this week. Hope you're doing well. Till now, I've actually gotten 2 shinies, a shiny Doduo and a shiny Girafarig, even though I already have both of these Pokemon. But still, I will not, when I see a shiny, I will not flee, I will not reset over it. I will attempt to get it. Gonna go for a bit, might be back later. Alright, see you later, Classic. Enjoyed it so much that we woke up and I threw up. Ooh. Yeah, you know, that can happen when you eat things like this in a rapid succession and they don't really fit together. Sometimes your stomach notices, and I mean, that happened to me as a child, not so much as an adult. It's like hot chocolate and spaghetti, it just doesn't fit. I like both things separately, but not at the same time or close to each other. That's just, I don't know. Hopefully it wasn't too painful or too disturbing. Don't even remember the last time I threw up. Good thing though. Usually doesn't happen. And I have to say, it's not like I am on a diet or anything. I do enjoy eating sometimes chocolate, sometimes snacks like these, or snacks that I know that they're not healthy, but I always try to move a lot during my day. And also eat all the other nutrients that I need, that I get from oranges or apples or anything like that. Vegetables. My husband cooked some vegetables with not chicken, it was turkey. And that's also very important, just eating enough vegetables, and or getting all of your nutrients preferably from food and not from, you know, vitamin pills or anything of the like. You're frustrated? Kryto Skywaker, why are you frustrated? Hey there, Kite. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? I was 5. I mixed lemon and chocolate. Because I loved both, and 5-year-old mind believed that it would work out. Oh, yeah. I do know. I do understand that. That's in... As a 5-year-old, you'd think you're a genius for creating that, and then it hits you when you drink something like that. I also mixed the weirdest things as a 5 or 6-year-old, and I thought that was going to work out, but nope. Yeah, you know, I mean, I already told you via WhatsApp, right, that I did more of a lazy day today. Right, let's see. No, that's a normal Wobbuffet. If anything, a pink one would be nice. Oh, and also I could go to, or switch to Area 2, if people want that. Just the usual bullcrap. If Call of Duty Mobile, the jealousy that people can dish out at least $160 US. Oh, that's a lot of money. A legendary skin draw. Calculate that into HUF, which is my currency. That's a lot of money, yeah. And then they... I mean, isn't it kind of funny when men sometimes say to girls how How can you pay $50 or $40 to get your nails done, and then they buy a skin in a game for the same amount of price? Isn't it essentially the same? Same thing. You're just customizing your body. And with games, you're customizing something new game. I just like customizing things. In games as well as in real life, you know? But I've never seen footage of the Call of Duty mobile. Even though I've been doing well this week so far, things so bad. You know when you feel like you want to cry and fall on your knees and beg for someone you didn't do anything wrong? That's you now? But you didn't do anything, right? So why should you feel like this? Or am I understanding this correctly? Although I do know how it feels to be in that position, yeah. Unfortunately. Hopefully it won't tear you apart too much, Ahmed. Because falling on your knees and begging, that's the tough stuff. So I don't know what I have done, but this feeling haunt me for so... Oh, so you're just feeling guilt out of nowhere? I have dealt with this before. It very commonly can appear right out of the blue when you had a past of bullying. Or maybe any other kind of abuse. And it can be really hard to deal with these feelings because you can't really pinpoint why you have them. And there's usually not a real reason why. You're just probably being too critical of yourself. Do you have any person that you can tell this who can help you? Like a family member, a guardian who you can trust, a teacher? I mean, I can tell you what I did when I had this, but that was getting help, professional help. And I know that is sadly not an option for everyone, depending on where they live. Okay, again, sure. Let's go closer and see. Okay, you're still here. When I go closer twice, do you... No, you're still there, okay. So level 25. Right, second shiny Girafarig. My mind automatically goes, my muscle memory save, but when you are in the Safar-Zone you can't save. You have to go outside and then you're able to save. Right, so third shiny for today. And yeah, as I suspected, these two are exactly the same in every single way. They're clones of each other in a way. I don't even need to clone them. As in, don't need to use the cloning glitch. I think I'll try this and do a calibration with this. Let's see if this yields any results. I mean, it's not really possible for me to calibrate because it could either be 15,195 or it could be 15,238 because they're both level 25. But I wouldn't know which one of these 2 or 3 because there's down here there's another frame that fits all the necessary criteria. I don't think it's that frame, to be honest. But yeah, hopefully this time it will be a Natu. Keep hitting the giraffe rig. Judas Isariot Vons. Good luck on the hunt. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? I mean, it's probably intentional that your name is almost like Judas Iscariot from the Bible. But yeah, thank you. I mean, it's not a normal hunt, right? Where you essentially hope that you get lucky. It's a RNG manipulation hunt, so I mean, some luck. I do need some luck. I do need to hope that I need these NPCs to not turn or move too much so that the frames might not get advanced accidentally, because then that will offset my reset. Even if should I reset perfectly, that could maybe land on another frame that I don't want. And right now I'm trying to get a Natu. We'll also try to get a Gloom. And I mean, Wobbuffet I can also go for. But like I said before, Natu first. Gloom I already managed to get it to appear. But this is the Safar-Zone. In the Safar-Zone you cannot send out a Pokemon to help it weaken the opposing Pokemon so you can catch it easier. That's not what the Safar-Zone is about. The Safar-Zone has always been, since Generation 1, been about going there without sending out a Pokemon. You can't even do that. The game doesn't give you the option for that. You can either try to catch it, or you can feed it, which with Pokeblocks in this case, in Generation 1 it's just a non-distinct bait. But here you can actually mix the Pokeblocks so that you might have an advantage, and in this case I have a massive advantage because all the Pokemon that I'm going to RNG for, and should they be shiny, I will with 100% know their nature, so they're all gonna be adamant. And I know that adamant Pokemon like spicy or red colored Pokeblocks. So I already went ahead and made these, a couple of them, in case I come across a adamant shiny. So that will heighten my odds of them staying in the ball. And that's also where I need the luck today. Them staying in the ball, because I can't RNG that, unfortunately. Let's see what this gives me. Boring oddish. Gonna without calibration. If you're wondering how I'm resetting, if you want a soft reset in Generation 3, you have to press Start and Select and A and B at the exact same time. And if you're playing on a GameCube like I am here, then you can select the you can select the select button to be either mapped on Y or X or both. Funny how you see select twice then. Okay, these guys kind of moved when I ran up here, so hopefully that will not offset too many frames, but never know. But yeah, I'm still at the area 1. There's in total 6 areas in the Safar-Zone. Area 2 has almost the same. Oh no, has exactly the same Pokemon as Area 1. And Area 3 has some that we don't have yet. As, for example, Rhyhorn. Or Dodrio, which, I mean, I've gotten a shiny Dodrio separately. Back when I was pretty new to RNG manipulation, I just tried out what I could get in the Safar-Zone. And Dodrio was the first Safar-Zone shiny. You can also get a Pinsir, which is very interesting and very nice shiny. Area 4 has Fanfi, which is, as a shiny, honestly sucks. It just barely changes. But still, shiny is a shiny, I'm gonna hunt it. Xatu is also possible to get in the Safar-Zone Area 4, which I'm also gonna hunt. And which is also going to be or is in my opinion, a rather disappointing shiny, since it's just like its pre-evolution Natu. It barely changes, so the hue, the tint of the green that they have becomes slightly less saturated, and that's it. So I think a black shiny in this case would fit them really well, but I didn't make the Pokemon, I didn't make the game. So there's that. Heracross is a pink shiny. Those are, in my opinion, the best shinies. That is one that I'm actually excited the most. And then in Area 5 we have a Sunkern that we can get, a Mareep, a Apom, which is also shiny that I really like, a Spinarak, a Hoot Hoot, a Snubbull, a Stantler, and a Gligar. So very interesting shinies. Even though I'm not a romantic person, but there was one day I was 15 at school, was known for being an unknown kid. Had my sister as a teacher, and she always took care of me. Other kids, they believed that what did they believe? Oh, and with Area 6 I can get a Pineco, a Houndour, and a Miltank, so that is also interesting. But I want to go through them all, so let's start with Area 1 and Area 2 first. Still haven't gotten the Natu, hopefully I'll get it within this hour. If not, I'll maybe go to another Safari-Zone area and mix things up a bit. If some people here in the chat say this is getting boring, I want to see new Pokemon. Okay, Oddish again. She loves me, but no one knows that she's my sister. When I told them, they were shocked. Oh, okay. I see what you mean. So with this, just briefly show this. You need the bike that I have, the Acro bike. And I think that is Area 2. Yeah. Not Area 2, Area 3, I'm sorry. No, not Area 3. It's not Area 3. It's Area 4, actually. Would Natu be the same here? Yeah, it would. I could try it here. Wouldn't mind. Unfortunately, it doesn't say what area you're in. but good thing we have Pokéfinder. I mean, eliminating what area I am in by just checking what Pokemon are in the piles of grass. It's not really hard. Don't move too much, NPC, please. Right, go here, go here. And then maybe here I'll accidentally get another one. Hopefully not a Oddish again. Gloom, probably not. The offset of frames is too much. Or is it? Actually not that much. Well, let's see what happens. I'm actually okay with trying it in Area 4 as well. What's your favorite Pokemon Sword and Shield? For me was Chairman Rose. Oh, you mean humans? Was it his secretary, like that character with the high heels? Liked her design. And Opal, I like her, the fact that she's obsessed with pink, just as I am. Just with Opal, it was so ridiculous because she's pre-programmed to tell you that she needs a more pink person. And I mean, knowing me and how I am, I drink. What I was trying to say, I dressed in pink. Or I am dressed in pink usually, sometimes from head to toe. Or at least I have very flashy pink clothes, and I'm usually like that in the games as well. And I was literally wearing really a lot of pink. And she was saying that, was like, have you... lady, you need a new eye exam because I'm definitely drenched in pink. But still, she's a... think that would they have programmed that in? She would have loved my my style. Well, she picked Bede, who's a character I don't like. Not as in that he's badly written or anything, he's just a type of personality that I really don't like. Even though he likes pink as much as I do. But sometimes people you don't get along with have good taste. But yeah, I think that is the character that I liked. Chairman Rose, yeah, they did some interesting things with him, yeah. Also love Opal and Cabo because I love old people. Fun fact, I'm used to go to geriatric clinics or just to entertain and have fun with the old people. That's very cute. Yeah, there's definitely some ageism in some media going on where they don't really showcase old people and just young people. And here we have the obligatory accidental shiny Oddish that I don't know how many I already have. I've stopped counting at this point, but still manages to show up, and now I have yet another one, so level 29. Oh. Okay, so according to the Pokéfinder program, I think I've hit that frame. That was pretty late, though. I mean, still granted, these NPCs could have done that. But yeah, I'll try to calibrate. At least this time I know it's not, say not a level 27 one. Hey there. Right, this one doesn't have sweet scent. The last one that I'll just save again just because my brain always says to save. Better to save twice than not enough. Yeah, I just got a shiny Oddish, but believe me, Judas, I already have enough. So hopefully I get the Natu now. Or maybe something else accidentally. That's the kind of the point of these wild RNG hunts that I do. Sometimes I hit another frame that gives me a shiny, or that will yield me a shiny, but it's a different Pokemon. And that's the fun part. You sometimes never know what you're gonna get. Okay, those two moved. Hopefully not too much. Though I have to say the Safari Ball really fits with some of these green shinies that you can get here, so it's pretty nice. It's funny though, there's certain Pokemon that I have, I don't know how many shinies, more than 10 in some cases. I just have to put them on the Pokemon box game because my Emerald cartridge is just getting too full of these shinies, and I have to store them somewhere. So yeah, Natu is what I want. So the Natu that I'm looking for should be level 27 and have all the characteristics that are listed here. I mean, all the adamant shinies that I'm gonna get here are going to have the exact same IVs. And should I lead with my adamant synchronizer, or if they are adamant, they are female. And if I do it with the quirky synchronizer, then they're gonna be male. That is because the game battery has run dry, and usually the game uses said battery to calculate new seeds so that it will come across as true randomness. Of course, it's not true randomness, but that just goes too far into radioactive decay and math and all that and physics, so maybe not gonna dive into that unless someone of you wants to hear that. But when that battery has run dry, it will always give the exact same seed, which in Emerald's case is 0. That's why the seed here is left blank, because it just calculates with 0, and then it uses the TID and secret ID to calculate PIDs, and it will always give me these same kinds of shinies. So they the first one, the earliest ones that I get, they tend to be adamant in Emerald. In my Ruby as well, but it does give me slightly different results. And it can also give you different results depending on if you pick wild or stationary. But just keep in mind, you can't hunt stationary Pokemon in the same way that you hunt wild Pokemon. You can't use these windows of the program interchangeably. You do need to know what is what. So if you go to the Safar-Zone, or generally just in the wild, like in caves, when you surf, when you fish, those are all wild encounters, so click wild on Pokéfinder when you want to do that. And stationaries are things like starters or legendaries. Gift Pokemon, For example, the Beldum gift that you get. Oh! Yeah, that's the Natu. I was about to say that looked to me as if it was a bit brighter, a brighter green. By the way, the show I advised you, Murder Drone, releases a trailer for episode 7. Oh, come on! Wow! That's evil. Oh, I fed it and then it said, nope, I'm gonna piss off. Wow, bad burp, bad burp. I'm gonna try again with the calibration because second calibration actually gave me a Natu. So yeah, that's the Safar-Zone for you. At least you've seen it. But that is the first time that I think, correct me if I'm wrong again, but I think this is the first time where I fed a shiny and it liked the Pokeblock and then it just pissed off. How rude. I'm gonna try it again. Maybe this time I'll get it. Oops. I did not want to do that. That was an accident. Oh well. Rip. Yeah, maybe I'll get it later. Who knows? That's a Heracross. Wish I can stay, but getting late at my part. Nighty night, Yana. Alright, thank you for just being a part of the stream, Kryto Skywaker, and see you next time. That was a sad scenario. That was definitely a very sad scenario. Kind of funny though, I have to admit. Because even in the actual real life wild, when I feed birds, they usually don't immediately flee. When I feed them, they stay. And those are actual wild animals, but in the world of Pokemon, they just said, "Ha, look at that fool. She gives me a good Pokeblock. I can just take that and piss off with that." But that was really unlucky. I mean, that can happen. It was just me getting not so lucky. I'll just try it again. Or try as many times as I need to, really. Not get another shiny Oddish. By the end of this year, I'm gonna have an entire Pokemon box filled with shiny Oddishes. Your dog pooped in your house? Oh boy. You don't need to excuse yourself for that though. I assume it's a puppy. Still doesn't really know how that works. Or even if it isn't. The way dogs look at you, I can't really be mad at them. I got a shiny Natu in the meantime, but I didn't get it actually. I mean, it did appear. I fed it. I threw a Pokeblock because I thought if I throw a red one, it will stay. And no, it immediately fled, which, thanks, prick bird. Leaving good luck. Alright, Judas, thank you for being part of the stream and see you next time. Yeah, I mean, that is the first time I think that has happened to me on any edition of either Safari Saturday or Safari Sunday. And I can't really remember if this has happened to me at all before. Usually when I throw something and they like it, they stay. Well, let's see. I mean, this reset is soon over. Let's see if this is the correct timing. Get it off. Every Oddish you will be rich. Oh, definitely. No, that's a Heracross. That's pretty cool, but not what I want. If I want a Heracross, needs to be pink. Pink and shiny. Still haven't reclaimed the gloom. That one just didn't appear yet. No, I don't want to do that. I want to do... Doing this on the GameCube controller sometimes is a bit tricky. Maybe I'll showcase the team a bit. Like always, this is my Adamant Espeon. Adamant is a terrible nature for an Espeon, but I'm not using this Espeon to battle at all. It's just there so I can use a synchronizer and get more Adamant frames. My trusty Tropica, she is always good at being an HM slave, but one of the best I've ever had, and using Sweet Scent. Ginger also very good. She has pickups, so I sometimes get random items. Her being level 100 means that sometimes she gives me very rare things, like PP tops and things like that, or PP max, however they're called in English. And she's also a HM slave with cut, surf, strength, and dig. And this is my quirky synchronizer. Also don't really use them to battle, I just use them to get quirky shiny frames. And a shiny torpedo, no, a Sharpedo. I just, in my head I went Torhido, that's the German name, and Sharpedo, Torpedo. I mean, it's obviously based on that, the name. Use this one also, Surfer, and to dive. And of course the last spot in my team, that Oddish, that's the shiny that I got earlier. I have a joke about Pokemon, but it's like a bit plus 18. Alright, maybe censor it with some stars so that the YouTube algorithm won't go nah, that's not good. Have to do a at one point do a compilation on how many shiny Oddishes I get. Or shiny Talos. How many Talos did I already get as a shiny in Wild Wednesday? I think it's more than 7 at this point. Don't even know where to put these shinies. So one of Pokeballs, but then I remember I have 2 balls, so I use them to catch shiny Rayquaza. Not sure if I understand what you're trying to say. Let's see. Yeah, that's a shiny Fanfi actually, yeah. I was about to say, wait a minute, that is not a normal one. Okay, so will this one F off when I give it food? Please don't flee. Okay. That one actually didn't flee. So I got a Fanfi instead. What level is it? 27. Yes, shiny Fanfi. Let's go. Got it. Very good. At least I got that. It's going pretty good so far. Could be worse. Could definitely be worse considering this is the Safar-Zone. Oh, you mean the Master Ball? Oh, need the ultimate. Okay. I get it now. Was not entirely sure what you meant. Okay, so Fanfi I got. Which one was it? I think it was this one. At least frame-wise, that would be closer. Would make more sense. Wait a minute. I'll just put it like this. 0. And then frame hit. I've hit a shiny Fanfi frame. There we go. That would be more accurate as a calibration. Right. So Natu again. Well, I don't have to be actively looking for Fanfi anymore. Although, of course, I could still get a random shiny Fanfi again. Let's see. There we go. Now we're in area 4. I did not want to start a battle. Hopefully that doesn't advance my free. No! Too much, I want to out. There we go. Okay, so what do I get? What else do I get? So 10 frames earlier than the frame that I'm currently going for, I could get a Gloom. Theoretically speaking. Could also accidentally hit a Xatu. But Heracross, yeah, could be. Maybe if the NPCs earlier, if they offset some frames, then that can happen. But right now, I do want that Natu. Well, until now, it's not going too bad. Already got a couple of shinies. Even new ones. Hopefully the Natu will not be like Gloom and just show up and then weeks later I still don't have it. But I will not give up and do these streams until I have them all. Heracross would be nice to use competitively as well. Even though the special defense will be really bad, but don't expect the IVs to be too great with in Generation 3 when you RNG. If you want good IVs, you need to do special, you need to use special tricks like the painting method or the, should you be playing Emerald like I am right now, you can use the battle video method to advance to very late frames. I'm not doing that right now, so one of these people would love to see the main character to lose sometimes. Like in Pokemon Masters, I was gone the last to see Steven Stone beating Ash so that he batter Cynthia, or battles, I guess. Yeah, I mean, the main character always winning, of course, that's pretty boring. except if you really know what you're doing, like in One Punch Man, where the main character basically is a plot device that always wins battles. But the way the writers write, or the writer in that case, writes the story around that, it makes it work. So it really depends, but usually, yeah. Okay, 5 seconds remaining, let's see. 2, 3. What do I get? Who will come? Who will be shiny? Who will not be shiny? That is a normal... Yeah, that is a normal Fanfi. Yes, I have to pay 500 Poké-Dollars for each shiny that I catch. Because you can't save in the Safar-Zone. And I want to go absolutely... I want to be absolutely sure and save after every single shiny. There we go. Geez, already 11 PM soon, where I am in 3 minutes. Until now, still, I've got a couple of shinies, can't complain. Got a shiny Fanfi. It was a nice surprise. Hopefully not another shiny Oddish. I've had it with them at this point. Might as well be giving them away at one point when I have way too many. Not sure if they would be worth having to ask at least $1 or $1 in general as a donation, like I always do when on this channel. As you know, I have a Patreon, I have a Ko-fi, I have a Subscribe Star, and should the donation thing be allowed on this channel, that's when I reach a certain threshold of watch hours. Should I pass that monetization goal, then if anyone gives me on any platform just one single buck, then they will get a clone of any of my shinies that I have, or even non-shinies if they desire that instead. And I will clone it, I will give it a nickname, or give it an item, or anything that the person who donated wants. And then I'll go and use Pokemon Bank to put it into Pokemon Home. And then in Pokemon Home we can trade. Or we could use Pokemon Sword and Shield. Or Pokemon Legends of Arceus. Granted, I don't have a save file, but I do have the game because my husband has the game. I also have Violet and Shining Pearl, but I haven't started a save file with these yet. So I can't trade with a game that I don't have a save file on, or for, obviously. Is that Pokemon that Cynthia gave you in Pokemon Platinum strong, or should I just throw it in the PC? What Pokemon does Cynthia give you again? Because I think I've forgotten. Can't remember what it was. I need to replay Platinum again. Let's see. Welcome back, human name. That's a normal gloom. Gonna put the calibration to 0 and it comes from an egg. Yes, but I forgot what comes out of the egg. Hopefully these guys, these two NPCs don't move too much. Well, the red-haired guy did move a little bit, but don't think, or hopefully won't affect or advance the frames too much. Let's see. So, any weekend plans among my chatters, among my viewers? For this weekend specifically? Doesn't seem to be the case. Or maybe they're typing still. Before I started to stream, I was, funnily enough, myself watching another streamer. Don't know if he's still streaming, but I have raided him before. No, I think he stopped. Yeah, I did. But yeah, Ahmed, unfortunately I forgot what Pokemon hatches from the egg. Hey there, Kaiser comes in. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? Studying for chemistry is all I have planned. Ah, I see. Well, I mean, it's not gonna be like that forever, right? Just prepare for the test and then hopefully that will go well for you. Fingers crossed that it will. I know I'll probably be forced to go to church tomorrow. Oh, do you have religious parents who really insist that you go to church with them? That's, yeah, not sure if you really... I mean, if you type it already as I'll probably be forced, then I assume you're not too much of a fan of going there. I wonder what, how long it will take for the 2 patrons that I have to be in the chat again. So for now, there's Kaiser Karmazin, one of my first Patreons, so shout out to him. Now they're all atheists, it's because it's tradition. Ah, I see. More of a cultural thing then. Let's see. Do you want that Natu now? Okay. No, that's not a shiny. For a second I thought it was, because Fanfi's shiny is almost the same. And I mean, I already got one before, right? So still, I don't run from shinies. I just can't. Just feels so wrong. Family's very religious. Even though I love my religion, I do love study other religions. Also respect all religions. I have no problem with anyone. Yeah, I mean, I'm not religious, right? I am an atheist. But I'm not a militant atheist or a whole atheist who annoys other people and tells them to believe in whatever I believe in, or in my case, don't believe in. I'm not like that. And I also respect other people. If they want to believe something, then I'm not going to interfere, as long as it doesn't really hurt or impede other people. Our household is literally the only atheist household. We're 96% theists. Oh, so your family, your household you're the only atheist on the block. Is that a problem where you live, or do the others not really care? I do know some people from a little village in the south of the Netherlands. They're all Christians, but they don't care if you're not a Christian. They don't make a fuss about it. So is that just Europe, or is it also where you guys are? Something that I've noticed now, and the weather forecast has also said, is that during the day it was pretty sunny and actually pretty warm. I mean, the spring has officially, at least astronomically speaking, started. But the nights are very cold. At least this weekend's already, it's 3 degrees here, and apparently the nights are going to be super cold. But only for the weekend. Apparently later it will be more warmer again. Okay. I know that this may be strange, but I love blue more than red because I love how blue is a big jerk while red is cool, but I love blue more. Hey, I mean, sure, if you prefer characters like Blue who are a bit jerky, then I mean, I do understand that, right? There's some characters that I like in the way how they're written and what their function is in the story, but from the personality wise, if it would be in the same room, I would not be happy to hang out with them at all. Or in some cases, depending on the character, avoid them definitely. Or, yeah, depending on other characters, call the police. But yeah, you get what I mean. I do prefer red myself. But I've had my hang-ups with Blue. I mean, he was on my top 10 list. It has changed a bit. He wouldn't be in the top 10 anymore, but still the smellier later that make me a little bit angry. Gotta admit that. And the fact that he got the Eevee and he was stuck with the Pikachu. Prefer an Eevee over Pikachu. Biggest religious fight is between the Baptists and the other church. I don't know what it's called. There's a lot of other churches, so wouldn't know. What a Natu. A green burp. Yeah, Gary and Blue, they're supposed to be in a way the same character, but they are the same character from a adjacent universe, if that makes sense. At least that's how I see it. And that's how the Pokemon Company seems to handle the character. They're based on the same character, right? Your rival in the original Game Boy games. And that's why Ash is called Ash in the anime, because that was the first example name that you could pick. If you wouldn't pick Red, then the next name in line would be Ash. Same with the rival. Could also pick from Jack. And there are others. It also depends on the language of the game that you're playing. If I remember correctly, when you start out in French, the first name isn't Ash, but Sasha. And in the French anime, he's actually called Sasha, just like the game, in the French versions of the game. I like how Red is the kind of character who never talks, and Leaf, the female character that you can play as in Leaf Green, she's supposed to be she's a non-stop talker, and I do find that very funny. How one is the one extreme and the other one is the other extreme. Also thought it was funny how she threw Pokeballs at you in Let's Go Pikachu or Let's Go Eevee. In my case it was Let's Go Eevee, that's the game I picked. To be fair, I mean, was a bit lackluster, but I mean, I do see what they were trying to do, giving it more of a Pokemon Go, like focus more on that. But I do prefer the old way. One of my favorite Elite Four is Grimsley. His design is so cool. Grimsley, who's that again? Like I said, oh, that guy, yeah, okay. His name is different when in the version that I played. Guten Abend, Dominik. Wie geht's dir? Und willkommen zurück im Stream. Auch spät für dich, bestimmt. Na gut, ist ja Samstag. Kannst ja morgen ausschlafen, würde ich sagen. But yeah, the game that I've played it in German, and I'm not sure if his name, I don't think it's Grimsley. No, it's Astor in German. That's why I was like, who's Grimsley? Sometimes that also happens when I talk about Animal Crossing villagers with other people, and when they play the English version, sometimes they have different names. And I have to kind of think about, wait, who is that again? Right, 5 seconds remaining. Let's see. See what I get. Hopefully a good shiny. That's a normal Fanfi, yeah, not even a shiny one. So no thanks. Ich habe großartige Neuigkeiten. Von Hot Wheels gibt es dieses Jahr eine offizielle Transformers-Kooperation. Na, das ist dann für dich als Sammler bestimmt. Gibt's wieder eine neue, eine Serie, sag ich jetzt mal, von Modellen, die du dann sicherlich dir nehmen wirst, also ich gehe mal davon aus. Imagine if Pikachu that is owned by Ash did all along. That is a funny thought, but okay, that is not. What area is this? I think this is area 2. I mean, I don't need to be in area Natu. Yeah, I mean, Natu is always on the same frame. Or maybe I'll get it 2 frames later, that will also give me a Natu. Well, that would be the Ditto with the most stamina ever, because when Ditto uses Transform, it can only use 5 PP of all the moves that it has copied from its target. But it's a funny thought. Love Fanfi, I recently used it as a shiny start in my shiny only challenge, and it became one of my all-time faves. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy I got one now. Accidentally still looking for a Natu, and I did manage to at least get a Natu to appear, but the Natu was really a prick. I even sent it, at least not sent, but I threw a Pokeblock, a red one, so the adamant Natu should have liked it, and nope, she didn't stay, she just fled. Which, not gonna lie, that hurts. Ich bin sogar sehr gehypt, wo ich die ersten Bilder gesehen habe, hätte ich fast einen Herzinfarkt vor Freude bekommen. Oder bist du aber richtig intus, ja? Also diese Reaktion kriegst du bei mir eher, wenn irgendwie neue Astronomiebilder wie, so weiß ich, neue James Webb Teleskopbilder sind rausgekommen. Must be weird for some of you just listening and then I switch to another language. Just like that. Do wonder when I'm gonna get some French speaking people or other languages in the chat. But yeah, the Fanfi shiny actually, I do kind of wish that, or hope that I get a second one. Because then I can get a shiny Donphan, and that one looks really nice. It becomes a rusty red-brown. And I haven't had a shiny like this yet, so be interesting. Then I would have that one as well. Aber ja, da bin ich schon extrem gehypt, weil von denen gibt es dieses Jahr eine Hilda Collection. Hilda? Sorry, da weiß ich jetzt nicht, was das ist. Stehe ich auf dem Schlauch. 5 seconds remaining. Let's see. Come on, please give me a shiny this time, even if it's a shiny oddish. No, it's a normal Gloom. Should I still hunt for Natu, or should I try for Gloom? I mean, I really do want to get that Natu back, because I can't believe it just fled. I'm gonna come back in no time. I'm just gonna get myself some food. Alright, Amit, enjoy your meal. Hopefully it will be good. Okay, maybe that has advanced some frames that... Oh well, now it's too late. Let's see. If it hits late just right, then I'm gonna be lucky anyway and get another shiny that I didn't anticipate. And as well for me, be right back. I need to use the restroom, so... Alright, I'm back. Still got 100 seconds left. It's more than enough time. Autos werden sozusagen im Look der Hilda-Charaktere lackiert. Ah, okay, dann ist das so eine Serie oder so. Die ersten Modelle wurden schon angekündigt. Ein 1957 Ford Pickup. Naja, bin ich jetzt nicht so ein Fan, aber okay. Mit einer Kaiserfigur und ein 2017 Ford Ranger mit Frieda. Wie gesagt, Ford Ranger finde ich schrecklich. Diese ganzen Pickup-Sachen, diese ganzen Pickup-Autos, finde ich die allerwenigsten, die sowas sich kaufen oder anlegen, haben wirklich gebraucht dafür. Das ist eher so ein unnötiges Statussymbol. Aber für Ford-Fans bestimmt dann schön. Ja, Natu, N-A-T-U. I won't forgive it for that. That is just so mean. You give it food, and then it just flees. Even give it food it will like. That's a anime betrayal moment right there. Okay, 5 seconds remaining. Let's see. What do I get? A normal, boring oddish that I don't need. Like kids? What is like kids? What do you like, kids? This happens automatically. I'm not. There we go. Now I can. Now I'm able to move. Okay, that I didn't want to have to happen, but it sometimes does. Ah, happened again. Meant to click flee. Give them food to leave for college. Oh, okay. But it doesn't look like that Natu will ever come back. To be fair, I'm trying to get it to appear again. Geez, time surely flies. I don't know. Always when I stream, I just look at the time sometimes at my clock, and I'm always in disbelief that I've been here for 2 hours or almost 2 hours already, and it really certainly doesn't feel like it has been 2 hours in the first place, but. You know, when you have fun, you don't feel the time elapse as slowly. Then it will go by pretty quickly. And if you're sitting in a very boring class, for example, or at work where you just want to go home at the end of the day, then that second that ticks on the clock will feel like 5 seconds. That's unfortunately, it's like this. But luckily I'm in the situation where I'm having fun and not sitting somewhere in a deadbeat job that I wish I didn't have. Like, can I really complain getting shinies? And hopefully inspiring others to maybe also dab their toes into RNG manipulation. hopefully I'll get a Natu still in the stream. If not, then tomorrow I'm gonna stream. For a second I thought that due to the planning that I have to do, that it wouldn't be possible tomorrow, but fortunately I could change that appointment on Monday morning so that I can sleep in, so that I can stream until midnight tomorrow, so that's gonna be good. Then another edition of Safari Sunday, which is essentially the same as Safari Saturday, obviously. So, should I not get the Natu today, then I'll try tomorrow. Wobbuffet would also be nice. I technically already have one, but that was from the Why Not egg in Ruby. Alright. There we go. Is this the correct input? Let's see. What do I get? What frame have I hit? Let's say Heracross, so nope. Yada yada yada. Yes, I have to pay 500 Poké-Dollars, which is actually contrary to popular belief, where people say, OMG, a potion costs $200 in the Pokemon world. It's not meant to represent the same monetary value as a American dollar. It's meant to represent the same monetary value as a yen. So it's not, you're not paying $300 for a soda. It would be more akin to 300 yen, which would be around $3, which still a bit expensive for a soda, but that does accurately reflect the prices that you have to pay for a soda sometimes. Might not be here for tomorrow's stream, sadly. Yeah, that's a shame, but then again, everyone has a life going on, and I'm always happy when people are here, even if it's just for a couple of minutes. I'll send you a message on Discord when I finally accept the friend request. Just haven't had the time to get on my Switch. Yeah, no stress. Maybe if we, I mean, that wouldn't really be a problem for me if you'd say I'll wait, and then after a couple of months you want to have multiple trades at the same time for all the months where you've been a patron. I try to keep it as open as possible and as flexible as possible so that the patron can tell me how they like it the most. Seen Americans unironically call the euro a European dollar. Yeah. I mean, I do know what they mean by that. And I do see where they're coming from, because with other currencies, for example, the Australian one, they have Australian dollars. And, I mean, the US dollar is not the only dollar that's around, right? But, yeah, we don't have dollars, we have euros. And also, unlike dollars, or at least US dollars, the euro is designed in a way that the, at least the dimensions of the rectangle that the cash euro is, that they have differing width and length, and so that a blind person can tell them apart. And I never really thought about it. I never really, I don't know, realized that until a blind person told me, and then I was like a Jimmy Neutron neuron activation was like, oh, that makes sense. So because a blind person can't look at the bill and determine what it is. Usually euro bills have different colors. For example, a 5 euro bill is green, a 20 euro bill is blue, a 50 euro bill is like orangish, a 10 euro bill is more like salmon pinkish, a 100 euro bill is green, a 200 euro bill is yellow. So you can you can already kind of visually tell them apart. But obviously a blind person will be unable to do that, so that's why they have different length and different width, so you can so you can get another shiny oddish. Oh Jesus. Still here. Alright. So that oddish is I'm in area 4 right now, and I got a shiny oddish. And I actually captured it. Sure, why not? And it's a level 29 one. Yeah, an oddish again. So it's a 29 one. I thought I've hit frame 230. That's kind of late. So yeah, as you can see, that's the shiny fanfi that I got earlier. Wild Wednesdays, Talos, Wild Wednesday, Whismer, Wild Wednesday, Skitty, and way too many shiny oddishes, except this one. This is from Wild Wednesday, so that one already gave me another shiny oddish, and then now I've gotten 2 of these, 2 of these, 2 of these. Okay, so I assume I've hit this frame. Update and calibrate. It's a funny thing to call it, absolutely. I've yet to see a currency that slaps harder than the fairies bills. I've never seen a fairies bill in my entire life, so don't even know how that looks like. I do think it's very good that they thought about blind people, and the dollar doesn't have that. I did have dollar bills in my hands, and they feel very weird to me, almost like Monopoly money. Just feels very cheap, and they all have the same size, so I don't know how a blind person in America would go about doing, or like distinguish the different bills. I don't think that would be possible. But yeah, this frame that you see now here. Oops. That was not, I didn't want to do that. This level 29 frame, at least I think that is the oddest frame that I hit, which is a bit late, but to be fair, these NPCs that turn and go around, maybe they introduce some frame delays that I can't control. 7 University campus, I found a lot of euros just lying around $70 after taxes and such. Oh, that's actually not too bad. So, I mean, I assume you won't plan on a trip to Europe anytime soon, but then you'd already have a bit of cash should you ever go. Or what you can also do is take a look every single day at the exchange rate of a euro to the dollar. So sometimes I've also done that before, that I didn't invest, but that's a very old trick that you convert a certain currency into another currency, and then when that currency increases in value, you change it back. So you essentially have more money later than you had before. Oh, those are some really freaking cool builds. Yeah, you're right. I much rather have animals on the builds than some random people that you don't even care about. Dead presidents, as some people say. I mean, to be fair, the Euro doesn't have people on it. It has monuments and buildings on it. Do you know gum is made out of plastic? Like bubble gum? Or the gum rubber, the gum to erase pencils. Keep most of them because the taxes on exchange suck. Yeah, I mean, that depends on where you go. In Europe, sometimes you have, well, also in other places, you have exchange rate, like corners where I would advise you to never go because they're essentially a scam. They ask like 30%, and that's just way too much. Yes, all the gum. Yeah, but to be fair, I don't even buy I don't use or chew bubblegum. So but yeah, gum has a plastic, definitely comes at least partially from plastic. And there's another shiny oddish. Okay, this is getting ridiculous, isn't it? And you're still here. Came closer twice. Yeah, don't exchange him then. And another shiny oddish. Woo! Oh boy. Need to rename this format to Shiny Oddish Saturday. Interesting though, this one is level 27 and the other ones that I got were 29. So I did hit another frame there, but get another shiny oddish frame again. EU looks boring though, feel like the EU might have the budget to make it look better. Yeah, it is somewhat bare bones, I gotta admit. Okay, I'll do a couple of resets and then I'll hit the hay for tonight. Like I said, when are you going doing the shiny oddish only challenge? Yeah, I think I can do an army with that soon. Build a shiny oddish, a shiny weed army. Also with the Talos, I have so many shiny Talos. I got a couple of shiny Magikarps. One or two I've gotten while live streaming. Funny how sometimes that just keeps happening. So this time I hit a levels 27 oddish, although again, they're all the same, so they're all exactly the same in terms of stats and hidden power. So I couldn't exactly pinpoint which one of these I've gotten. I just know it's level 27, but to be fair, all of these are going to be. level 27, so it's guesswork. I could have maybe hit frame 208, then I would have been 2 frames early. Or I could have gotten others and it went a bit later because of the NPCs, because they moved. Not sure, but this is just it's becoming a meme at this point, how many shiny Odysseus I'll get in this. I'll have to change the thumbnail of the video or of the live stream to just shiny Odysseus. Can't believe that already next weekend it's gonna be Easter. That really came quickly. Open my eyes, it's like New Year's Eve from 2023 to 2024. Close my eyes, open them again, and now soon it's Easter. At least that's how it feels like. Just being faster and faster every single time. My mom was unfortunately right with that. The more you age, and I haven't really aged that much if you consider that, but the more you age, the faster time flies by. But I do plan on filling my time with as much of as I can with enjoyable experiences. And hopefully you guys are doing the same, living your life in a way that suits you and that makes you happy. Now in these times it's getting pretty hard. Sometimes it's also really hard to keep up hope for me, unfortunately. But I always try my best. And so far I haven't given up. Could be much better, of course, but it could always be much better. It could also be much worse. And that's a shiny Xatu? Yeah, it is. Okay, that's pretty cool. Will you also immediately fly away when I give you a please don't. Stay, bird. Be a good bird and stay. Okay. Still with us. Let's throw a Pokeball. And hopefully... Okay, Xatu. Ooh! Please stay. Okay, good, good, good. Still have a chance to get this bird. Would be funny getting the evolution before we get the pre-evolution. Still here. Okay. RNG, please give me your luck. I need it right now. No. Come on. And you're still here. Good, good, good. Okay. Another Pokeball, I guess. 1, 2, 3. Yes, shiny Xatu. I got that one before I got the Natu. Very interesting. Got that. Nice. Yet another shiny. Very good. So I immediately save. So what frame did I hit even? I'm not sure. 100 and... I think this one. Or this one. It's so hard to know because of these stupid NPCs. But... Praise RNG, yes, we all praise RNG. Or you can use teleport, but you don't have synchronize. But yeah, now I have a shiny Xatu before I have a shiny Natu, which is interesting, but save again, just to be absolutely sure. And then start it over again for a Natu this time. Okay, and for some reason Eontimer will not show the visual cue anymore. Just strange. Sometimes it just gives up and just doesn't work properly like I want it to work. No idea why. Also found someone selling a full set of fairies builds for $590. The set is worth around $270. I think there might be a business opportunity for me. Yeah, that would be, I don't know, how legal that is. I just know in some European countries, at least in Luxembourg, there's... Come on, I don't want to do that. I want to do this. Thank you, GameCube controller. Ugh, that wasn't supposed to happen. Yeah, go away with your you audacious. I've had enough. I'm gonna head out. Might be here for tomorrow night, but probably not. Alright, thank you for being part of the stream, Kaiser Kamazin. And regardless or not if you're gonna be there tomorrow, I'm always happy to see you here and have a nice weekend. But yeah, there's what I was trying to say. Human name is that there are sometimes laws. I think there are some laws in Luxembourg where they try to evade that, selling currency and trying to get a profit from that. But you'd have to be kind of stupid to buy it for that much, right? I don't know where you guys go if you ever do an exchange, but I never go to shady corners. I always do that at a bank. And it's definitely worth checking out the exchange rates before you exchange currency. Like I said before, I managed to save when I had to change currency from euro to US dollar. I waited and bided my time, and I picked a time where the dollar was worth more. Back in 2020, that was where the dollar was worth more than the euro. And the rest that I had after the honeymoon, where I wanted to exchange it back to euros, I also waited until the euro was worth more than the dollar. So I think the difference came out for a couple of 100 euros or bucks generally. So if you're smart about that, you might get some money out of that if you really pay attention. And you don't need to be a stock exchange expert. I'm not, right? But I do understand that sometimes things are worth less and sometimes things are worth more. That's why I also always check the price of oil. And that's why I went, or at least this week it was my husband, he filled our car with gas. Because on Wednesday, because starting on Thursday it became much more expensive. And those are things that we do try to keep in mind and that we check on regularly, because sometimes when you're really smart about that, you end up saving so many bucks. And I can only recommend doing that. Feels like a life hack sometimes. Okay, I'll just restart Eontimer. Instructions unclear and converted all my money to shitcoin. Oh yeah, I've actually not know them myself, but I've heard of someone losing a lot of money because of that. Okay, it's doing that sound now, which I didn't pick, but Eontimer sometimes does that. Doesn't matter, I'll just go with that. only going to be a maybe, yeah, maybe this will be the last reset, seeing as it's already close to midnight. Let's see. At least I got my Xatu, that's pretty nice. And the Natu will also appear pretty quickly, I would say. At least I would hope. And then it's time for a Gloom. Also appears in Generation 4, of course. No, that's not what I went. Safar-Zone Area 4. Yes, but it's a bit earlier. Do I get a quirky one? I don't think so. Oh, I do get a quirky Gloom. Even a bit earlier. Would be a good consideration for tomorrow. What else do I get as a quirky? Even get a quirky Heracross. Oh no, it's gonna be adamant. But still. That's a better nature than... Okay, could get a quirky Xatu. Quirky Gloom, quirky Natu, yes, but these are way too advanced. These frames not gonna wait 10 minutes for a crappy, okay, Oddish, I already have enough. Fanfia also could get as a quirky one. Backstory took longer than expected, but now I'm cooking while watching. Hey, I got, what I got? I got a shiny Xatu. Even though I wanted to get a shiny Natu, but I've accidentally, let's say, hit the Xatu frame. And now I got the evolution before I got the pre-evolution as a shiny. Which is kind of funny. Fanfare I could get as a quirky one as well. Maybe next time try to get the quirky Gloom. Amazing, yeah. I got like 20 euros a year from stocks my grandma bought for me for Christmas when I was 1 years old. I mean, that's better than nothing, right? 20 euros from stock dividends might not be that much, but depending on what stock it is, it might rise in value. Although I don't think that will happen, seeing as this has been at least a decade now, right, that these stocks are old. But you never know, right? You never know. Was not that stupid of your grandma to do that. May I know what stock it is, or do you not feel like sharing, which I would respect? Yeah, the quirky Natu, I can forget about that pretty quickly. What about a quirky Wobbuffet? That will give me a adamant one. Sure. Pikachu I already have. Okay, so no quirky Natus. Always gonna be adamant ones. Because I'm not gonna wait 10 minutes for a crappy shiny, forget about it. Going to eat dinner in 7 minutes. Yeah, I'll be done streaming soon anyway, so... Okay. It's midnight soon where I am, so... I think I'm gonna do one last reset. Or is this a shiny? Yeah, this is a shiny. Alright, another accidental shiny Fanfi, and it ran. Aww. Oh well. I'm gonna do one last reset. Let's do it. Bank stocks get paid for owning stocks. Don't see the purpose of stocks that don't pay you. That just sounds like crypto. Yeah, that is like crypto. That's the point of stocks, that they pay dividends. Yeah, it ran, but to be fair, I already have a shiny Fanfi. 1:55 a.m. in Iraq right now. it's not too late for you, right? I mean, I did ask my viewers before if I should maybe change my streaming schedule, and I'd be willing to do that if more... Ugh, don't want that to happen, but oh well. If more viewers want that. Hi, I am on this one, or am I? The mystery. Yeah, the point also of stocks is that should they gain value, you can use them as leverage when you go to the bank and ask for a loan. Which is what the super rich people all do. They have their wealth all tied up in stocks. And because these stocks are worth billions, they can get any loan that they want from any bank ever, and with a interest that you wish you would get, but you don't because you are a normal worker and they are not. What's with the question marks? Is it because of the mystery? Or is this a tribute to the Generation 3 missing? No, at least I don't think it is. Deca mark, also called, because it has 10 question marks in its name. Just a placeholder. What missing usually is. Placeholder for an unknown or unused Pokemon. The mystery continues. Not too late to me at all, especially that it's Ramadan, so I stay till 6 AM. Even normal days still 4 AM. Yeah, it's Ramadan today. Oh, not today, at least for at least a month now, right? Is that going good for you? This is fun. Right, I do wonder what the last reset will give me. Fortunately, the reset before that, Fanfi didn't want to stay, but I do want to keep these Pokeblocks, these red Pokeblocks, for shinies that I haven't had yet. So, don't want to waste them too much. And that Fanfi looked like it didn't feel comfortable with me coming closer. Already got one, so it doesn't really bother me. But that's gonna happen sooner or later, especially in this format with the Safar-Zone. Man, it's easy to don't eat or drink from 4:45 AM till 6:20 PM. That's easy to me. Yeah, it's no food until sunset, right? Right, 5 seconds remaining. Let's see what the last reset for today will give me. Let's see, it's midnight now, so it's not Saturday anymore. At least for me, it's now Sunday. And it's a normal oddish. So, well, that's been it. Pretty fun. We've actually got a not so bad haul, I would say. And thank you guys for being part of the stream, as always. And see you guys tomorrow. So good night and goodbye.